Did you notice Trump's hands when you're standing there with Zelensky? The usual, his right hand was clearly bruised and lots and lots of makeup on it and swollen. It looks really swollen. His left hand is not swollen to that degree, but there's some bruising that starts to appear on his left hand now. So maybe they've kind of beaten this one up so much now they can't really get the old catheter in there now to give him his drugs for his condition, for his, decalcification of the brain kind of thing. But his other hand is now showing signs of jumping. I just can't wait until the whole Trump, all of them, is so swollen to the point of and his ankles and with his cankalism, potential cankalism, is exploding all over the cameras. Now, he's been trying to feed the local press recently, as a way to bribe them, to shut them up and put them in another room. But, it goes, while all this is happening, everyone else is moving on, except those who are clinging on. And some people feel the need to fluff the Trump constantly. Oh, you're so great, you're so wonderful, such as FIFA and that, We'll have a special award for you and all that, And now Netanyahu's doing the same thing, a special award for Donald Trump. Just ways of actually sucking up to the man, to keep him on side, to supply more weapons, etc., etc. It's feckin' painful. Let's be honest. It is so painful to see a grown man behaving like these people are being legit with him. They're not. They're just doing what they need to do to keep him on side, known full well he's the one who says yay or nay. Oh, excuse me. Excuse-moi. But, while this is all happening, like I said, other countries are moving on. And they need to. They need to wake up and push back. Or just ignore even. How embarrassing is it to have to deal with a man who you in your heart knows is somebody who would, molest your daughter, for instance. Maybe even dump your baby in Lake Michigan, just saying, maybe. Or even blow their heads off, maybe, if you read the Epstein files. He's a very, very disturbed individual who's only happy when he's hurting other people. Or cultures, or countries. Hello, Bradley Creek, I hope you're well. In Canada! Elbows up. There is 68. I'm not a Canadian myself, but I've got a lot of respect for Canada. I really have. And the Scottish people as well. You need your independence, that you do. And Canada needs to hold on to its independence from the Orange Front shits and pants. And hello, Bradley Creek. Yeah, I'm pretty good. We're here on the West Coast. I had to climb over sand dunes today to get to the beach. West coast of France, that is. And little place called Houghton on the West Coast. So yeah, there's loads of sand dunes. Good call on independence. Yeah, you need your independence. Everybody needs their independence. And I'm seeing more and more people starting YouTube channels about their van life, so to speak. And I think they've been a little bit disingenuous in some ways, but I understand why they're doing it. But van life isn't easy. It comes with its negatives, but there's so many positives. The fact that you've got potential freedom, but Trump wants to get rid of that. He wants to control everyone and everything. In the US, it is. Well, I'm in France. So it doesn't really bother me. Plus, I'm not really doing the van life. I'm just having a holiday with the missus for 3 weeks in the camper. But we'll be heading back to our normal home and paying our normal bills. I understand why people would want to do it. If I was on my own, would I do a van life or a boat life? Probably. If I'm honest about it, I probably would actually. I'd always have a base, somewhere to go back to maybe have a shower. We've got a shower here anyway, to be fair. But I'd probably, if I was if I was living in a van, I'd be thinking about stealth. That's what I'd be thinking about. I'd not necessarily this is a motorhome is a bit conspicuous, but something that you could park anywhere and just and take some shut eye. Whether it be in the middle of Paris or wherever you may be, We've done it before, you see. We had when we first came over to France, looking for a property. It's one of the things that we did. We had to look about, what have you, and we used an old Transit long wheelbase, which I did a conversion inside, but the outside still looked like a van, you see. Park anywhere. There's a lot to be said for that. Where's this thing? It's huge. Especially on the French roads, It's, I think it's seven berth. Well, in at the moment because we took a lot of the beds out. A 7-berth camper. I can't get 7 people in one of these things. It would stink, wouldn't it? It would be horrible. It's just me, the missus, and the dogs who are snoring over there. Hello, the 365. In Finland? Oh, well. I've never been to Finland. I would actually like to go to Finland. My son's been to Finland. He did an exhibition there. He works for the museum service, you see. And that's the first time he ever had to do a speech in front of loads of people. And he did really well, actually. But I would like to go to Finland. I'd like to visit some of those Eastern European countries. I really would. We're in France at the moment. And we could drive there, quite frankly. Take a little while, but, we could drive there. It's just experiences, isn't it, I don't know if the missus would be up for it. But for me, I'm a bit of a nomad, me. Hello, Stacey. What's wrong, Stacey? What's happened? Hello from East Tennessee, blimey. Hello in Tennessee. Tennessee whiskey, maybe. Can't see it now. Scrolling down. Oh, Devon. Oh, I've been Devon several times. I know what the hell's going on in the USA. It is shocking. It is so shocking, sad to see a once respected country just come backwards, literally backwards. I don't make fun of this kind of thing and have a laugh of it all, mate, but it's sad, so sad. It's affecting ordinary people's lives. And the thing I care about people who, I care about anyone to be fair, but I care mainly about people who find the chores of ordinary life, just getting by and They're the ones I worry about because they've got nothing to start with. I also worry about those who've got a lot to lose as well, I suppose. But it could be a massive wake-up call for people. Brexit wasn't good for me. Damaged my business. Not damaged, it just basically wiped out really my business in France. Brexit was really killed off, really. I get the occasional jobs there and there, enough to keep head above water. That's about it. People who are kind of in the system and then they kind of have the rug pulled out from underneath them, they find it very difficult to find their own way. Now, I've been self-employed since '89. All my life, basically, been self-employed. I've always known what it takes to tout to get the work in. You know what I mean? What it takes to actually get business. I've always understood it. It's not always easy, but I've always been wanting to think outside the box and be able to evolve. What's the word? To be flexible, I suppose. And my son-in-law, Ken, who happens to be Nigerian, he's another one who's been able to do that. And he's been affected by the AI, he has, big time. From somebody who was earning really good money, really good money doing basically testing software, making sure software, But AI has kind of squeezed the market for the industry that he was in, and he lost his contracts. And so what did he do? Well, instead of just, oh, poor hard on me, he thought, hang on, what do I need to do? So he trained as a driving instructor. And that's what he's doing now. When he first came to the United Kingdom and worked better himself, he worked in the NHS as a porter, doing what you need to do as a porter while he's training and getting his education here, not here, but in the UK. And then he got contracts for doing all his computer work. That's what his computer sciences and stuff. That's what he was trained in. And then from that, he had the rug pulled out from underneath him, and he thought, what do I do? Meanwhile, he was doing Deliveroo and stuff like that. And then he got his driving instructor license, and what's my license or certification, whatever it is. And that's what he's doing now. Teaching people driving. There's a shortage in it, you see. He saw there's a market, he went for it. That is a mindset from people who haven't necessarily worked for an employer and had to make their own way. I've got a lot of respect for that. I've got a huge amount of respect for that. I really have. I can imagine it's terrifying. So if you've got ice and what have you, and the amount of money that they've been handed, huge amounts of money just to make people's lives even worse. Hello, user. User, W8, blah, 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 blah. Hello there. There's a massive shortage there's a big shortage of driving instructors. Also in the lorry driving industry as well. There's not enough lorry drivers. A lot of people left the business, left the industry. And then working for, Amazon and companies like that instead. To get away from some of the stress. A lot of this happened during COVID, obviously. It's not just because of recent developments. Some of it's from COVID and people changed what they were doing, decided to take a different direction. I get it. I understand. You can't blame people for it, can you? Why would I? Anyway, it's their business. And a lot of people in the US, in the UK, have, especially people with a scientific background, a lot of them have decided to move on. They've decided to leave their country of origin and see whether or not they can make a life elsewhere. You've got these digital nomads and digital passports. And there's quite a few countries in the EU, what have you, such as Italy and France, have opportunities for those who have got computer knowledge. They've got background in it. Brain drain, you could say. Same with sciences. People leaving the United States and the United Kingdom to go elsewhere. Don't get me wrong, the United Kingdom's not a bad place. For start, you haven't got ICE, Their immigration rules have toughened up considerably and become more and more expensive. It's like my Nigerian son-in-law. He's going through the process of becoming a citizen. But until he does, excuse me, he's having to pay quite a bit of money. About I think it was about 2,500 now. It's gone up anyway to the NHS to be covered under the NHS. I know it's nothing like what you in the United States have, Medicaid and Medicare, might be, all that's gone up in the air since the big beautiful bastard bill. It's frightening, in fact. But lots of people are deciding to just give up their payments, just saying, well, we can't do it. A lot of people just can't afford that amount of money. It's a huge amount of money got to be found. It's just a couple's having to pay like $2,500 a month just to have basic health care. That's nuts. That's more than most people's wages. Self-driving lorries will be coming. I don't know, but in the UK, I don't think that, or here in France, the roads don't suit it. I don't know about in the US. End of the day, you get a digital glitch and Waymo decides to have a hissy fit. What attracted me to France? Well, we travelled France a little bit. And although my mother-in-law at the time was living in Spain and Caroline quite liked to visit her, we did consider Spain, but it's too arid. 2 hours for us. I like the green. And it's a beautiful country. Lots of wildlife. As a bit of a greenie and somebody who loves bugs and living creatures and stuff like that. And culture. There's a lot of history here. We did a little bit of touring in France and we decided that was it for us, And, it'll be fine. The United Kingdom is not a bad place. It's not. I know a lot of people give it a lot of bad rep and that, but that's not a bad place. It's a beautiful country run by the idiots, Not quite so bad as it used to be regarding Labour Party, but when it's the Tories, it was horrendous. It's the Conservatives, they backed it right up. They did, and then there's the Brexit. The Brexit really ruined it. But we'd already been here for 5 years when Brexit happened, so we were able to get very simple cuts ashore. We'd like to get citizenship here, but it's more complicated than people realise, and it takes a long time. My daughter-in-law, Jess, who's going through the process, and she went to school here, and it takes a long time. It's not just like to get citizenship just like that. It's not as simple as that. Yeah, exactly. Devon lanes, I can imagine that. Self-driving cars. Crikey. But, there'll be so many accidents. There just will be. Self-driving's a really bad idea. It really is. I just can't imagine it ever being something that is safe. In fact, Waymo decided, we're going to, what was it, some digital glitch or something, and all of a sudden it just collapsed, and it just stayed stationary. You're welcome. You're welcome, Kelly. Kelly the key. The south of France sounds better than here in Nottingham. Now, France is a big country. It's about 1.5 times the size of the 2.5 times the size of the UK or something like that. It's a big place. And where we are at the moment on the west coast, north of Arcachon Bay at the moment, a place called Hooton, there's nothing here. I mean, it's just, I've been going down roads, oh my God, just they clearly need resurfacing. In the camp, everyone rattling about, you can imagine it. And there's just nobody here, you see, to fund the area. So, but it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Dunes and stuff. I put a couple of videos on today, but loads of dunes and the beaches are gorgeous. But it's, well, obviously it's winter, but it's dead. But for people in motorhomes have got the same idea. You know, we're parked at a place which isn't actually a motorhome stop, but no one's going to say anything because it's just nobody here. But I like that. I like the isolation. It suits me. Not because I don't like people, because I do, you know. But I also like nature, and I just love the calmness of it all. Life is so busy. It's such a rat race, isn't it? You know, and it's just nice to be able to cut yourself off a little bit from it. You always go back, can't you? You know, and I suppose that's a reason why some people go for the old van life. It's that kind of separation from you and the machine, as in the government and rules. And we were last night. We were camped on an Eda camp, and there was a truck on there. There was a Nissan Cabstar with what looked like one of the work cabins you'd have on like an electricity board or something like that on the back, and he was clearly living in it. I said to Carol, I understand why he's doing that. It doesn't bother me, obviously, but you know, I understand why he's doing that. You know, he ain't got the bills that we have. You know, we can't run a house and stuff. You can go anywhere, pretty much. It's fairly stealth, and no one really knows that you're living in it, apart from the curtains and the little tiny slip windows. And it's just, I get it. And if you've got an income of some description, you're not going to really eat into it too much, are you? Because it costs, well, you got fuel if you are moving about constantly, but he'll probably be there for a while over the winter. You know, no one's going to stop him. What can they do? They just move you on. That's all they do. And in the US, the Trump administration is considering what they're talking about at the moment, about people losing on a federal basis, losing their rights regarding living in a vehicle. Currently, you can do that in the US. There's no laws to say you can't. I don't know if there's any statewide laws, but federally there isn't. If that's taken away from people, can you imagine how many people, what will they do now? There's a lot of people living in vehicles in the US. There's a lot of people. Because they've got no choice. Yeah, South France is a lovely place. That it is. Yeah, there's some places where you go, nah. Another place for wow. Yeah, it's just, you know, it's like when you go on holiday and you're gone for like a week and you realise, okay, it wasn't that great, was it? Because you haven't been anywhere. If you want to actually experience anything, you've got to do what the French do, or you know, or wherever you go, whatever culture you go where they go. They know, you know. Go to Spain, go inland, and go to the bars that the French go to, and what the Spanish go to, so to speak. And same in France, you know. What makes me laugh, we've been sort of, we might have a coffee or whatever in a little cafe, a PMU bar or something like that. And you get a little geezer come in, little old geezer come in, and he wants a glass of wine like at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. What the hell? You're an early starter, you are. I've got tetanus. Ooh, I'm not surprised. I haven't got it, but considering what I do for a living with machines, it's a risk. Oh man, I just heard now. You might have actually just heard my dogs actually making weird hollering noises. Oh, Leamington Spa, take care, user. WZ8DK. Drive home to Leamington Spa in Warwickshire. You take care, mate. Be good. Yeah, there's a lot of talk. There's a lot of people making videos at the moment about some kind of mystery virus that's going about. It's worse than COVID or flu or something. It's probably either one or the other, to be honest. It's just a variation. Do they have fox hunting in France? Le renard. Not like you would expect in the UK, with little red coats on. If you saw any kind of hunting hare, they'll be out with their orange high vis on. Little white vans everywhere. Yes, there's a lot of hunting hare. It's part of the tradition. But it isn't snobby. It's not like that. It's not like in the UK. But they do have dogs, they do have guns, and they do hunt deer. They hunt whatever's in season at the time, really. But do I like it? No, I don't, because I don't like killing things. I do understand when they do a cull in an area. I understand because some species do take over. And deer itself is actually one of them species. It can cause a huge amount of damage to the fauna. It takes over. It's one of the species that absolutely takes over and destroys all the young saplings, and nothing grows. But as long as they don't overdo it, and I hate the idea of little young deer being left motherless. Do you know what I mean? It's just that's terrible. I don't think they care, to be honest. So no, I'm not a lover of it, but it happens. It happens. And to be honest, I'm a British citizen living here in France. I'm not going to go out causing trouble for people who are doing hunting and what have you. Here, I'm not going to do it. If they're running around with little red coats, maybe I might be interested. But on top horses, like in the UK, maybe I would. But it's very much part of the culture here, so I wouldn't do that. It's not. I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that. Australia. Never been to Australia. They haven't. You know. No, I would like to go there. I'd like to go to Canada as well. Australia, another beautiful country, with lots of nature. In the outback. Oh, thanks for that, Kelly. Kelly the key. Hello there, Joseph. So into this fella. Well, thank you. Very kind of you. Finally, another Brit. Yes, but for me, I'm from Norfolk in the UK. I was born on the east suburbs of Norwich, a place called Forbeston Andrew. Spent most of my life in Salhouse, just near Wroxham, with my dear missus. Been together a lot of years. And then we decided to up sticks, sell up, and move to France. And that's where we are now. We live in the Limousin in France, west of Limoges. Company were out in the Elm Camp, and we're going to do we did a bit of a trip over over Christmas night, and then into the Done about 3 weeks, so we've done over a week there so far. It's quite nice actually, because for one thing, I'm not having to heat the house, which costs a fortune. It's because it's an old farmhouse. It's really difficult to heat, and so we're not doing that at the moment. And I'm here with the missus. She's in bed at the moment, and I've got the 2 dogs literally behind me, laying down there asleep, snoring. I just thought I'd go live, you know. But you know what it's like though, is I do have this belief that don't do ill to others who don't do ill to you. Do you know what I mean? It's just, and that's why I don't understand these right wingers and like ICE and people like that who take pleasure in harming people, who take pleasure in demeaning people, trying to make people feel like, you know, like shit. And that I can't abide. I really can't abide that. I think, why are you doing it? You must be so unhappy in your own life to want to inflict that kind of egregious behaviour against other people. Why would you want to do that? That's something I find very difficult to understand. Hello, Mr. UK, from Canada. Hello, in Canada. Elbows up. I do have a lot of respect for Canadians and Scots, to be fair. And anyone who want to push back, to be fair, against tyranny and the billionaires. I wouldn't actually said this before. Regarding the so-called billionaires and all that, you know, people with too much bloody money. But now we're in a situation where we're not creating the money like we used to. There ain't enough money out there to allow them to keep skimming all the cream off the top. Because no one else has got anything. There's nothing left for anyone else, is there? Hello, stop the great hope you want, my friend. There we go, I'm scrolling down. Jim Smith says, I would rather worship a cow than a Jew. I think that's a little bit of a silly statement, really. There's plenty of really nice Jewish people out there. The problem here is people like Netanyahu, who's got... all he's trying to do is save his own bloody back. He really is. He knows full well, unless he keeps... It's a bit like Putin, you've got to keep the war alive to maintain their position. Because they know full well they'll be out if it ends. Just evil people. It's not all Jewish people. There's plenty of Jewish people out there. Look at Miriam Margolyes, who's she's a Jewish woman, a Jewish lesbian woman, in fact, and she's very outspoken about what's going on in Gaza. It's not about, for me, it's not about whether or not you're the Jewish religion or what have you, or whether you're a Jew or not. If you support what Netanyahu's doing, well then go ahead as far as I'm concerned. I've got no respect for you. I'd rather worship a cow. What, are you Indian? Who left decide they needed to block lads? Polite question. Joe, I hope you're well, my friend. Venison is better than any farmed cattle. I've only had venison once, and that was for our customers who, you know, she's a English lady who, I say lass, she's older than me, but who's married to a French farmer, and I was having food around there one lunchtime. She was so sweet, you know. and that was venison. I've never had it before. That was alright, you know. I'm not a big meat eater, but to be honest. What did Jim Smith say? I agree, Kelly. That was not called for. I'm glad to hear that, Liam. Who would honestly want that? You know, it saddens. It does actually really sadden me. I see this. I obviously follow a lot of the stuff, whether it be Gaza or what's going on in Ukraine and that, and just why is it that it is ordinary people who are just trying to get by in life are always the ones who are the victims? Why are they always the how to put it, the cost of war? Remembering that most wars are fought on behalf of billionaires, on people with money. No, I'm sorry, he's still there, mate. Andrew Johnson, he ain't off his mortal coil yet, you know, he's still there. I keep waiting, I keep checking the obituaries every single day now. Fuck, he's still alive. Been waiting for that cataclysm for years, I have. Hey Marcus, when will you and the Caroline heading back home? I'm sending you mail and you need to be there to receive it. It's pleasure. We've got another week and a bit, I reckon. We're doing about 2 or 3 weeks. So thanks for that, my friend. So I don't know what date that would be, to be honest. I'm not very good with dates. I'm an unreliable person. I used to know what date it's today. It's the 30th today, crikey. I'm supposed to be back by the 10th, I suppose, of January. About that sort of time, I imagine. Thanks, Cramdone. Oh, I'm getting a telescope. You're getting a telescope next year. Oh, you got to do it. Did I tell you that? I've told you before, haven't I? That I used to have an observatory. I had a 12-inch Meade LX200 in my my dome. In my I made a brick. It's actually you can see it on Google Earth where I used to live. So it's got a brick base. It's still there, brick base, and it's got a fiberglass dome that I made. And I was on shopping trolley wheels. I nicked the wheels off a shopping trolley for it to rotate. Needs must. Stop the greed. If you are looking at planets, go for a refractor. If you are looking at constellations, globular clusters, and stuff like that, we need lots and lots of light. Go for a reflector. You know, with mirrors, like what I had, like the Meade LX200 or something like that. Bigger the diameter, bigger the hole, the more light you can get in. More light, more magnification. And it's not all about magnification anyway. It's all about light gathering power. If you see a telescope that says, "Oh, you got 2,000 times magnification," nah, don't bother with it. It's a toy. What you want is light gathering capacity, and then 50 times is probably the most usable magnification, because that, along with a big hole, you'll see a lot. You see shitloads. You get all the loads and loads of light coming in, and that's what's really important. This amount of light. It's like if you are looking at, say, for instance, the Andromeda galaxy. Pepper binoculars is all you need. You just need light. and it's quite large, right, for you to see. So you might not see it with naked eye necessarily, but you can just about. But a pair of 12 by 50 binoculars, you'll be able to see quite a lot even. Trump has destroyed my hope of going to the United States, says Dvorsky. My anti-Trump tweets will probably bar me. That's a bit... Dvorsky, I'm with you, mate. There's no way I'm getting in there in the United States. Not a chance. Not a chance. Oh my God. Yeah, I think you're probably right there, mate. Oh my God. Oh, we got God, the plough went up by here in Canada, and the snow's getting moved. Oh. Hello in Australia, Deborah. In Australia, nods. I think of Oz. I always think of Crocodile Dundee. He's dead now, isn't he? He died. Was it this year he died, didn't he? Yeah. Oh, cheers, Dosky. Yeah. I don't know. Just say I see it, mate. You know, it's I don't see why people have to be so vicious to other people. I don't get it. What do you get out of it? If you don't get nothing out of it, these people, their viciousness, their nastiness, they get a short-term thrill from it because it excites them, because they've got little wieners. And but when it comes down to it, they're lonely people. Really lonely people. It's quite sad, really. Oh, Perth, Western Australia. It's a beautiful place. Of what I can see, it's a beautiful place, Australia. It's like Canada's a beautiful place. Even the United States has got some beautiful places, and unfortunately, got that horrendous individual in Washington. But I live in France, and it's very green, very green. Lots of wildlife. Maybe not the same kind of wildlife you'd have in, say, for instance, Canada with the bears, and but it's I like it. I love nature. Love a bit of Bambi. Cheers, Joel. By the way, Joe Mary Olsen, he's moderating the chat, and he's also got a channel as well. He's a good guy. Love you, Matt. Love you, Joel. I do. It's nice. That's the nice thing about doing this channel. Is that I have, even though I haven't actually physically met them, I spoke to them, but I haven't actually physically met these people. But it's you get to have a conflab kind of thing with people that are kind of like-minded. I suppose that's why you get dating websites, isn't it? It's to work out whether they like them or not before you make a date. Don't worry, Joe. I'm not implying I want to date you. All right. No, I agree, Kelly. Yeah, there were statements from somebody who was yeah. I have got no problem with Jewish people. I've got a problem with Netanyahu, obviously, but not Jewish people. Hey, nice one. Give the stream thumbs up, please. Double click the old the screen, don't you? Do it like that way. My lower back, it hurts from years of watching your YouTube channel. Fix it. Thanks for that, Sankey. Oh, I don't know. Hello. Oh, I think I woke her up.
Are you recording?
No, it's live. We're live.
I need a wee.
Oh, she needs a wee wee. Do we move the camera away from looking at your bum as you come down the ladder? Actually, it's not looking at you. Fine. You're safe.
Are you live?
Yeah.
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 We'll go that side then.
Look, you get down. It's not in the ladder's not in. As long as you don't stick your bum in the frame. Because when she comes down the ladder, you see, cause got like got the bed up there, you see, and her bum sticks out. And she want a wee wee. You want a wee?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Is this a foot? Can I show people your foot? You don't show them that, will you? I'm covering that up just in case, alright? I'm just going that way. That was close. My darling. Oh, I'd probably get struck off for that, wouldn't I? I'd probably lose my channel or something stupid. That's a very nice bum, darling. Very nice. Thank you. She's giving me the look. But yeah. Oh, dear. What was I? forgot what I was talking about now. Hello, Eric Davis. I hope you're well, my friend. The rules of chat are simple. Be civil. Be polite. No conspiracy, lunacy, and religious bashing. Nope. Respect other people. I can't say fair enough than that, can you, Joe? Definitely a refractor then. I watch Planet. I'll tell you, one of the ones that really impresses me is like Saturn. You can see all the rings in that, you know. On Saturn. Give yourself enough time, get yourself a little red torch so you don't damage your night vision. And expect to be cold. Because that's the best time to do your viewings when it's cold. The skies are clear, you see. Yeah, we don't want to see that bum. Keep it to yourself. Oh, she's gone. Phew, that was close. We nearly saw it. It was like a black hole. It was. Like the black hole. I don't know what it's like. There's a black hole cow cutter. Yeah, crikey. Go. Oh, crikey. Wait. Go find little green men. You might do. You might find the Klingon, not Klingons. Caroline, what are the little critters on that children's TV program? The clangers. The clangers. Take care, Joel. Thanks, my friend. Same here. I don't think I'll be good to you. I don't think I'd want to either anyway. What time is it here? It's currently... Oh my god, yeah, it is... Oh my god, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. 6 minutes past 2. Finally off Lucan on the moon. With the soup dragon, yeah. Clangers. Oh dear. Yeah, I'm not having some rude, arrogant arsehat searching my phone because that's what happened at the border, isn't it? That's a good point, actually. I don't think I could either remember all my passwords. Like, if you're like me, I tend to just, for my basic stuff that ain't dangerous, like for instance bank accounts and stuff like that, I use generic passwords because there's nothing there that really bothers me. And just chat, you know. But Everything else is, and obviously with the generated passwords as well. How can you remember them things? Because there's characters and all sorts of stuff in them. Hello, Rowdy Train. My God, it's 9:10 a.m. in the morning in Perth, Western Australia. And here it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Well, 7 minutes past. Blimey, I must be mad. I will be going to bed in a minute, though. You take care, Rowdy. You try and be good, my friend. 5-7 on the west coast of Canada. Blimey. In the morning, I take it. Okay. And 8-7. My God, Bennett. 7 minutes past 8 for Trish. Crikey. At my age, I can't afford to change passwords. I have all mine written down. I do change my passwords because I've had a few that said they're vulnerable now because I've been hacked or whatever. So I had to change them. But I tend to use generics for things that don't matter. And others that are, a bit more important. I make sure they're quite secure. Craig in Netherlands. It's 2:07 in the Netherlands. I know because you're on the same timeline as me, mate, in the Netherlands. Paris, meantime. We've got some new Dutch friends we have where we live. I moved here earlier this year. Oh, 17:08, okay. In the afternoon. Am I on TikTok? And I've got a channel on TikTok, but there's no safety in it at the moment. With what's going on in the US, and also they've got a habit of. I have enough problem with censorship on YouTube, let alone TikTok. Can Trump bypass everyone's passwords? Only if he can get control of all the companies that you've got your passwords with. Oh, thanks for that, Laurie. Oh, there is 68. Pretty sure Apple do him solid, yeah. Yeah, give him a little golden something or other. Take care, Chrome Dome. Thank you, my friend. There you go, scroll down. Okay, well, I'm going to call it a night. I think I ought to already go to bed. Dear me. Anyway, I hope you all keep safe and look after yourselves and your families and just be decent people. And don't lie. Don't lie. Speak the truth and shame the devil. Like I said a million times, you've always got to remember the lies. It's the best way. Just be honest. What have I missed? You're probably right there, Daniel. That was a good move there, Danielle. That was a good move. And Netherlands is a good place as well, isn't it? So, anyway, I am going to go to bed. So, like I said, thank you for joining us, and I much appreciate it. And like I said, just don't lie to people. Don't lie. There's no point in it. Speak the truth, shame the devil, or say nothing at all. Toodaloo. And thanks, Joe. Much appreciated, my friend. You're a good man, you really are.